Now let's understand more on one-tier architecture. In a one-tier architecture, all the processing power is done in the mainframe. You see this red box there, that's the mainframe. The remaining terminals there are all dumb terminals. Now, one tier architecture or a single tier architecture, you understood the importance of a mainframe. The processing power is always in the mainframe. These terminals are dumb terminals. They are green in color and they run only character based application. So you can run Windows XP in this environment. It was used in older machines like IBM or even Unix uses character based applications. So these are those sort of terminals. Here in this sort of networking architecture, all the processing power is on the mainframe or the main server. These terminals are just connected by single serial port. So this is the simplest form of networking architecture. Next we have is the two-tier architecture. Two-tier architecture is also called the client-server architecture. So in that there will be various clients connecting to the main server, and these clients contact the main server using TCP/IP protocol. There could be n number of machines, and these client programs would be connected to the main server. The server would be responsible for managing the database. Let me show you further examples on this. These are the client computers, and these are the client computers, and they do have CPU power, but the CPU power is utilized for user interface, and these clients contact the database, communicate to the database. So what happens is, these client machines would be running the client programs like that, and the client program would be loaded in the client machine like that. For example, this is a client machine. In this I can see a folder called CAND, candidate, and here is my client program stored inside this. So the client program has its own hard disk, the client machine has its own hard disk, and it handles user interface like when you click a mouse, everything. So for that, the processing power takes place in the client machine, but when you are doing any database related activity, it gets taken place inside the database server. So the DBA in such scenario would be responsible for application security. The application is stored in the client machine. TCP/IP is the mode of communication in this environment, and it runs very well in a networked environment. It doesn't run well on an internet environment. So the problem with this sort of architecture is, if you have a change in your application, you will have to do the change in the client PC. Additionally, there is a problem of scalability. Scalability is if the number of computers increases, so the load on the database server increases, and it doesn't run well on an internet environment. So then that's why we have the third tier environment, which is more suitable for internet based application. In client server architecture, these PCs can run XP based application or Windows based application. So let's see an example now. Let's know more about 3-tier architecture.